Welcome back, everybody, to the Creating Character podcast. My name is James Willems. I'm a podcaster turned professional wrestler, and this is a show where we kind of examine what that cross-section looks like for 5 minutes until we ultimately get distracted. As you can see, Sky and I are sharing a shot.
We are sharing a shot. Did I say
Sharing
that right?
a shot.
Sharing a shot. We are sharing a shot, and you know what that means. That means we have a guest. We have a very special guest this week. And because it is such a special guest, I am actually going to throw the intro back to my co-host here because it's only right. Would you please do the honors?
Absolutely. I'm happy to do it. Our guest this week is Elyse Willems. She's a writer. She's a comedian. She is my wife. But honestly, it's not a 50-50 relationship. I do maybe 30% of it. She's great. She knows me better than I know myself. And we want to talk to her about all these things. She knows podcasting. She knows wrestling. She knows so much. She's a perfect guest for this show. Elyse, thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me. What if you had just held up your hand? Like, our next guest is Elyse
Williams.
Thank you for having me. I'm not sharing a shot, but
no, you're in your own shot. But in the wide, we'll get you in the wide.
Which I want to talk about your shot a little bit because we came in here before Sky got here.
Yep.
And James immediately took the chair that was closer to camera, which I know from my time making content. In the wide shot, forced perspective, he's going to look bigger than you. He's going to look broader. He's going to look.
Is that why you did it? Because this is how we've been.
It is how we've been. Have we never had a discussion about it?
But
we never talk about it. We should lay it all out.
Yeah, we've never decided. We didn't really decide who's sitting on the inside, who's sitting on the outside.
Is this like some kind of maxing that I don't know about, like frame maxing or something?
I would say I don't think I did it consciously.
Did I get out vetted by a veteran podcaster in this situation?
Might have.
Is that what just happened?
That's the thing. These are the mental mind games that I do. Who our very first guest? I think I was like in my mind, you two should be closer. And then we just kind of held on to that.
It was Ron Funches. Why did you think we should be close?
Because you're both so funny. And you both love wrestling.
Tell us, James.
Yeah, you're going to have to let me know all the other ways he's trying to get up on me here.
Do you want to swap? We can swap.
I don't know. That might be a little
Why
weird.
do you think Sky and I should be closer?
I know what
yeah, maybe you guys should be closer.
I know what it is. It's because you always sit there and I sit there, and so when we did the guest,
just shifted.
I just took the other chair that moved, and I
it's
let
just
you
a
stay in the same chair.
coincidence that you look bigger than me.
It's just
in
a
every
coincidence
episode.
that I do 50 push-ups before the show.
He's shot maxing on you here, like jaw maxing.
No.
Oh, that's a great topic. Let's jump right in.
Yeah,
before we started, Elyse is like, because she listens to the show, maybe not every episode, but she listens to the show.
I try to like every clip.
She likes every clip.
Thank you
and
so
stuff
much.
like. But she goes, well, so what are we going to talk about? And I was like, well, you know, we're going to get on. We're going to talk about whatever. And here we are. So explain jaw maxing.
Jaw maxing is when predominantly men online. They get into this thing where they're trying to make their jawline bigger, broader. So they're doing techniques, exercises to try to strengthen it, build the muscle out.
Yeah.
What?
They like chew on things to try and make their jaw muscles.
Jaw maxing. And okay, that's not where I thought this was going. That's a real thing?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know how well it actually works, though. I don't know the science behind it.
I mean, for me, who has an overactive masseter, yes, like clenching and
my name is James.
Chewing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that. I thought I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You've got a great jaw. That's why it's never come up on your. You've never searched for like how to broaden jaw. Clearly.
I'm going to though. Now I'm like, okay, how do I make my jaw a little bit more jawy? Max, I guess. Max it out.
Yeah. Elyse, we're really happy to have you. I want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And whatever Sky wants, because it's the first time you guys have met.
First time we've ever met, actually. That's another one exciting for the people. We have never met.
Yeah.
Never.
No.
Yeah.
Though James always speaks so wonderfully of you.
Oh.
You come across as a wonderful person.
Thank you.
And I admire you as a wrestler.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I don't watch as much wrestling now, like a lot of, pay-per-view events, the bigger events. But when I was a kid, from probably like 1990 to 1995 or 6, like I was a wrestling fan. I watched wrestling religiously.
Who was your favorite growing up?
Anybody that was super theatrical was what I was into. So like I loved Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. I loved anything that was like silly too, like Doink the Clown, Luna Vachon, just being her kind of like over the top character, and also being
was awesome.
Canadian, I was really into Bret Hart.
Okay, so that's where I was waiting.
Yeah.
How was it? Because you're from Canada. Where in Canada?
Toronto.
Toronto. Okay, very cool. I was waiting for the Bret Hart. I was to me, growing up, I thought everyone, not even wrestling fans, in my perspective as a kid, I thought, oh, just the entire country just loves him.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like Wayne Gretzky or something.
He was like a Canadian hero too, and like the Hart Dynasty.
Yeah.
I think everybody knew Owen, and then by proxy British Bulldog, like
Right.
everybody. But yeah, I Four Horsemen. I loved
that 90, that era was great. Yeah.
A lot of fun that era. So that's where a lot of the legends were really molded.
Yeah.
In that time.
If you could go back, like if you were wrestling in the 90s, would you have like a more over the top persona like that?
I would probably have to, based off of
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess
where are you working?
Yeah.
But what that would be, I don't know. I mean, if you go back to the characters back then, Men on a Mission, Kamala.
God. I feel like Mark Henry was like a man of color doing it without having to do a big,
for sure. He was late 90s, right?
Yeah.
Right. So but he came in, I think, around 96. And then obviously Ron Simmons, though, he was a guy who was just a badass, tough guy, and he was in the early 90s and became world champion. And then later on, there was like Harlem Heat, who were legends, in WCW as tag team. Spun off into Booker T. So, and who I actually really liked back then, though, was Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, really?
No.
So there was a guy, really was kind of known in the early to mid 90s. He wrestled in WCW and ECW as well as Japan. He ended up in WWE as Flash Funk, but his name was Too Cold Scorpio. He's a black guy, and he was really, really ahead of his time. He was doing a lot of the flips and things that people do now back then, but he was like 240 pounds, would you say? 230 at least. And he could just float through the air. I would seriously go like look him up on YouTube. He was incredible. I had the pleasure of wrestling him once.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's older now, obviously, but he could still go. He still does everything.
Well, I bet I saw him as Flash Funk
For sure.
at some point in WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I loved the Flash Funk character.
And
if I could go back and be Flash Funk, I would be Flash Funk.
Yeah.
Wait, could you assume the mantle in the way that Ronda Rousey assumed the
Rowdy?
I like that.
You're the new Flash Funk.
I'd be Flash Funk, yeah.
You got to do all the
Flash.
flips, though. You're going to have to start
You're right.
moonsaulting.
I
Is that
don't
something
do
you
all
want to
that
do?
anymore.
I recently
cool.
learned that Sting calling people. Maybe this is the call out episode because I have some call outs. I called out James for the seating.
You said
Yeah.
you're going to call me out. You have something you want to call Sky out on, but now it sounds like you're just
she
calling
came
out
with
Sting.
receipts.
I'm calling out professional wrestler Sting. I learned that he's never seen The Crow in full.
What?
Is that? Wow, I did not know
What?
that.
He said it, and I read an interview about it. He's never seen the movie in full.
How?
Well, I think I remember seeing an interview that it was Scott Hall that helped him come up with that character.
So
Like the paint and doing it that way.
I always thought that too, but then it also Sting has said in other interviews like, "Oh, there's a myriad of inspirations for it." I'm like, okay,
No, there isn't.
No.
You dressed up as the guy from the movie and you changed your face paint to match the movie.
yeah, 100%.
And it really, really worked.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's
it was
surprising he never saw it. Like he never.
No,
Well, you said he never saw it in full.
yeah,
So maybe
never,
he's seen pieces.
never
here
sat
and
down
there.
and saw it from beginning to end.
That's wild.
To be fair, I have made the film Waterworld a big part of my online identity, and I've never seen Waterworld.
Oh yeah.
But I've gone to the stunt show at Universal Studios like 50 times. So my whole thing is, why would I want to watch the movie when I could see the stunt show?
Makes sense.
It's like 20 minutes.
But
and
there's
it's
not a
done.
Crow stunt show that he
There's-
could have gone to. Though.
Oh my
There
god,
should have been.
That would be fun.
That'd be sick.
That would be a lot
I
of
love
fun.
stunt shows. Do you remember like the 90s, the 80s and 90s? They were like, what is the best form of entertainment? Stunt show.
For sure.
It was a thing. There's an Indiana Jones stunt show. There was like a Masters of the Universe stunt show, a Conan the Barbarian stunt show. Stunt shows were awesome. What happened?
We have wrestlers based on movie characters,
Yeah.
which I don't know any others.
Wrestlers based.
Oh, for sure. There, especially going back to the 90s, there was a guy named Arachnaman, and he was basically like Spider-Man, but like he had like a yellow and blue outfit, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
There was, we've talked about him before, the Yeti, right? Which he was like he He was like a mummy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I guess that's not necessarily based
Well,
off of
there's
movie, but
Glacier.
Glacier.
Glacier was Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
He was just
yeah.
Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Never. I would say the Sting is probably the highest level of it.
Yeah, but it's interesting. WCW was really interesting about how they skated so close, no pun intended, to like copyright infringement in their wrestling with their theme songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like every single one of their DDP's theme song was just "Smells Like Teen Spirit" by Nirvana until it like with one note off. And they had all these characters that you were like, wait a minute, that's hold on, what
They
is
changed it just enough.
Yeah.
It's like that interview with, I think it was Vanilla Ice back in the day. Where,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, yours goes doon 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 doon. Mine goes doon 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 doon
Yeah,
doon
yeah,
doon doon. It's like, and that's what they did though. They really
Yeah.
did just. Yeah, we got off like very off.
We never got on topic.
We never
I don't
did.
think.
Sorry.
I was
But
Yeah.
before we get back to her call outs, I want to call her out. If that's
okay.
Can
I
I
love
call
that.
you out?
I love that.
I prefer to be called in, but go
Okay,
ahead.
we're calling you into this conversation of sneakers and shoes and foot
Oh.
attire. You mentioned it before we went live, or we're not live, but you know what I'm saying. Geppetto?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
what are you
these are
talking
called?
about? What are you-
Not a sponsor.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
You got to pay for it, Geppetto. Whatever you are. What is a Geppetto?
Okay,
They
I
look
mean,
comfortable.
These are Birkenstocks.
well, I'm wearing these like Birkenstocks, but you're a shoe guy.
Yeah.
And I know James has talked about it a lot. He really wants you to think that his shoes are cool. It's important to him.
I just only wear my coolest shoes when we're doing this podcast.
I've seen
'cause
some
I'm
cool stuff.
Yeah.
trying to
You've
match
had
up,
some
but
heat.
I have 6 of them, so we've gone through the rotation.
He was so excited to come in and surprise you with his cool shoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Jordans. I
there's
remember that.
there's still
episode.
one pair you haven't seen yet.
Oh, you got to bring.
I'm
come
saving
on.
it for like a kind of special occasion because remember I was like I'm gonna rotate these in and see if you notice, and every single time you notice, there's one pair that you will for sure notice. So I'm waiting for like a special occasion. Also, they hurt my feet.
Oh, that's always tough.
These
So,
are
yeah, let's
these
get
are
back.
the kind of shoes that you throw on when it's cold out or you don't care how you look or you're making a little wooden boy in your shop.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not presentable, especially like in presence of a sneakerhead. You don't wear.
Did you just call them Geppettos, or is that the name of it?
I'm calling them. but-
Okay, I legitimately thought
Yeah.
that's what they were
You're going to
called.
go to people after this. You're like, you know, I saw someone today. They had on the new Geppettos.
I go to the store. I'm like, do you guys got the Geppettos? Those look comfortable. They're like,
I don't-
what?
Yeah, I don't know about those Geppettos. They look pretty comfortable. But they're like little clogs,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
little
They're
Dutch
slip-ons.
boy would
They're
wear.
comfortable. Yeah, a little
Birkenstocks.
slip on.
Yeah.
Nothing
They
wrong with
match
that.
the jacket. It's good. I'm a big, I like the
The
fashion.
coordination, and you guys are like oddly have kind of like a coordinated.
We came
look
pretty close.
today.
Yeah,
like
we
being
we've been doing that lately.
swapping.
We're rocking the gray. Like you got the. I mean, these are like a perfect match.
Yeah.
Storm gray.
Is that what it is?
I think it is. I think it's Storm
At least
gray.
bought me this shirt, so
I
it's
buy
my shirt.
him most of his clothes.
Yeah.
No.
Where do you get him from?
You know,
Like, have you found that there's a certain store or brand that really is, like, looks good on him?
I get him a lot of Uniqlo, but I do want recommendations because I'm not so up on men's fashion.
Ah.
So if you have spots, I want to know.
I like Built.
Built.
Built, BYLT. Here's a little free
Oh.
ad here.
Oh, wow.
I've been buying a lot of stuff from Built. I
Okay.
really, their shirts are like super stretchy and comfortable, and they have the same with their pants and things of that nature. So I've been getting a lot of stuff from Built. But I actually just over the last couple of months started doing Stitch Fix.
Oh, yeah.
You did that for a minute.
I did it for a little. In the Rooster Teeth days, they were a sponsor, so you were able to like try them out and stuff like that. And I got a couple cool things from it. My issue was there would always be. It's easier now because Amazon returns are such a thing, but there was always a thing where I was like, I like this shirt, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but it's a whole box of stuff,
Yeah.
and they sent you all these things to go. I like this shirt, kind of, but I have been following them, and it seems like their stylists or whatever have gotten even better about work personalizing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now they have this thing where you can, you already would upload your photos, but now they have this thing where it's AI. Well, they'll like put you in the outfit.
Oh, wow.
And you see it. It's
Oh.
super weird, actually. But the more information you fill out, the better. Here's another ad. This is just an
I know,
this is
yeah,
free,
yeah, what's
free
going on?
ad.
just free ad episode, I guess.
Yeah.
The more information you put in, the better. And they honestly, it took a couple of different stylists, but I found one that I like, and she does an awesome job.
What if you uploaded a picture of yourself and then it goes, calibrating best outfit, and then what it spits out is you wearing some Geppettos.
I might look for them on.
It's like a 360. You can rotate yourself, and it's just Geppettos.
It's just completely naked,
Yeah.
except for the shoes, and it's like, how'd that
This
even
is your
happen?
ideal look.
Damn AI.
It's like they modeled the genital in this. I didn't know that they could do that.
This is your ideal look.
Yeah. We
All right,
figured out.
let's get to our next call out. You got a call out. You said you've got some call outs.
I'm hanging out with James. He's my husband, so we hang out.
This is partly my fault
partly his
because
fault.
Eric and I, who Eric isn't here.
That's right.
We miss you, Eric.
Eric. They finally got him.
They finally got him. Those glasses, it's because he's been wearing those glasses.
He
They
was
pulled
doing
him
that
over.
thing. They started
Yeah.
watching. Yeah, they finally got him. He is under the jail. We'll let you know more in the coming weeks.
Put him in the ground.
Yeah.
We'll see him again in a couple weeks. But so we have a little text message, and she saw one of the texts you sent me this weekend.
And I lost. Can I curse on this podcast?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I lost my fudging mind. I lost my fucking mind when I saw this podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like hovering over him, being like, "You gotta tell Sky this. You gotta tell. You gotta
What
say
was
this.
the
You gotta say
text?
this." You told him that you were in the same room with Jaleel White,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and I was like,
She was like, tell him to get a picture. Tell him to get a picture. I was like, I don't know the conditions.
And I was like, he's got to introduce himself. He's got to get him on the podcast. He's got to tell him to come on the podcast. He's got to.
I wish I could have had a chance to have a conversation with him. It was at like Galaxy Con or
Oh,
something
yeah.
it was called.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be walking. I did Skyflight did a signing.
Oh, cool.
And then we just walked around a little bit after and happened to just walk past his line and then like his booth. And it was just like, oh, there's Jaleel White. He looks fantastic. He's handsome. He's charismatic. Like
That's more of a
And
Stefan.
immediately I wanted to text you. All right, I was like, I text our group because he's always putting him over on our show.
I am.
And I'm like, I'm walking past Jaleel White right now.
Yeah. I still stand by it. I go, he should have won an Emmy. And we talk about a lot how in the 90s there was TV actors, film actors.
Right.
And they didn't cross over. If they did, it was a crazy, wild thing. And I honestly believe that if that's broken down now, you'll see, Colin Farrell is going to be in a TV show. I think if Jaleel White was famous the way he was then, now we would see him in movies and stuff like that. And I just think
See him on Pluribus.
He'd be in Pluribus. I think he's an immense talent and just didn't get the credit that he did because people say, "Oh, he made Family Matters ridiculous." I don't know.
He made Family Matters legendary.
Yeah, he made it legendary. He was the glue that held the ridiculousness together at a certain point. Now I will say I'm in season 9. I'm in the final season now.
So you went back and you've been like,
Though we started the whole thing.
Burning through it.
Sometimes she'll fall asleep and I'll go through 2 or 3 episodes while she's out. But I've been watching the whole thing.
wow.
And I am in season 9, and I will say that the last episode of season 8 is the worst episode of the show I've ever seen.
Oh, that's bummer.
That
That's
literally, the show begins, and then someone goes, "Hey, where's Steve?" And then Eddie goes, "Not where, when." He built a time machine.
I remember that. Yeah.
He built a time. He put his teleporter together with the other thing, and he built a time machine. And he goes, "Wow, a time machine!" And then he and Carl go back, and they're like swashbuckling on a pirate ship. And that's not so bad. That's ridiculous. But the bad thing about it is poor Harriet, who she is also fantastic in that show. The only
She
thing
gets
they
sidelined
the only thing they
so
gave her
much.
to do in that whole thing was come out and go, "Where's Carl?" And they go, "He went back on a pirate ship with Steve, and now they're pirate." And she's like, "Well, make sure he's back by dinner," and then back into the kitchen. And I was like, "Oh my God, what a waste of Harriet."
I think it's time for a new Urkel. I think we need a new Urkel.
Really? A reboot?
No, I mean just a person to fill that.
Oh,
void.
like that
who
type
that
of
is?
Yeah.
man. Who,
I felt like I tried to be new white female Urkel and it
Yeah.
didn't work. I tried for
pan
most
out?
of my career.
No.
I didn't do that.
Oh, nice.
But I think we need somebody.
Yeah.
that would
Somebody.
be fun. That would be really good. Like, I don't know who that would be. Yeah, it's probably someone that we don't even know yet.
Maybe an Urkel wrestler.
Oh, an Urkel
A
wrestler.
nerdy wrestler.
There isn't really a nerdy wrestler.
You know,
huh?
I will say I watch AEW when I'm working out, but sometimes I catch up on everything. So I caught up on everything, and I was like, I got like 3 days before another Dynamite, so I have to figure something out. So I went to the archives and I put on WrestleMania 21. And WrestleMania, it's crazy. All I wanted to watch was Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. Because I started doing the Angle Slam, and so I'm looking for ways to falsy the Angle Slam, and I was like, this will be the best way to find out how to do it. The show opens Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio in a crazy. Was that
banger. The WWE Championship match?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, that was a triple threat.
It was
later,
they were a tag team at the time. And they were wrestling each other.
Yeah. I completely misheard that, actually.
Yeah.
No, my mind spaced to something else. I know exactly what match you're talking about, and it was a great match.
It was great match after great match after great match. And then and I was like, man, this is a really like killer WrestleMania. Like this is awesome. And then music hits and Eugene came out.
Oh, that's right.
Who's Eugene?
Oh boy.
I don't even know how to get into it, but basically Eugene was a character in the aughts, like the 2004 to 2006.
Sounds about right.
Or whatever. And I don't know how to describe it other than it was a guy who was playing a mentally handicapped man or something like that. It's unclear. They never like could commit
It was never
to
clear.
anything.
Yeah, it was never clear.
But I was like, man, this is a killer WrestleMania. And then the music hits, and then he comes out and he's waving to people, and then someone tries to attack him, and I think Hollywood Hogan saves him. And that's the moment.
Muhammad Hassan or something? Was it that one? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll tell you about Eugene was very over though. He was huge with the crowd. Crowd loved him.
It's crazy.
But yeah, very weird. I don't think they can ever do that again.
No.
If you get a chance to look at that. Yeah,
but
I don't think they can ever do that again.
I don't know who portrayed Eugene. I don't know who that was.
I don't know either.
But the idea of being like,
you got to get him on the pod.
He's a pro wrestler. I can only assume as a pro wrestler, at some point in his career, he said, man, wouldn't it be a dream to be at WrestleMania in front of 60,000 people or whatever, and just like have this. But
Working with Hogan.
But yeah, work with Hogan or something. Work with a legend, and then they go, wish granted, and then the monkey paw curls, and they go, now put on this windbreaker.
Monkey paw.
put on this windbreaker.
Another finger curls.
Yeah, comb out your hair, and then go out there as Eugene.
Oh man,
that's a shame. Anyway, you said Urkel.
Urkel.
That's the closest thing I could think of.
Yeah.
I mean, one of you guys could go Urkel.
I think, the thing is, with wrestling, we're all nerds anyway. So it would just be having to like turn that up a little bit. But
yeah.
Well, James always describes it as partial theater kid. I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think you have to, even if people weren't actual theater kids, that's kind of in there. They probably just should have been, right? Like, I think there's so much to the art of the performance when it comes to wrestling, and which, by the way, have you ever thought about getting involved at all?
Mm-hmm. There was one point in time where James was maybe going to make something for Rooster Teeth that was a wrestling show, and I would break like a twig trying to wrestle, but I was like, oh, I would absolutely come out and do some kind of character, like a Paul Bearer type. I've like spoofed Paul Bearer too. I had a character named Graham Reaper, who he looked exactly like Paul Bearer. I had like
a picture.
I had makeup on, and I did like a whoo.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I was like, oh, I'd love to come out with somebody who has that kind of like dark goth otherworldly character. And then do like a Reagan from The Exorcist, where I crab walk out and I spit pea soup at people. Is my like?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the top.
Yeah. That's good though.
But in the way that like Eric Bador could never wrestle, like he could never do that. But he's a clown, so he can inhabit every.
Well, for
surrounding
sure.
clown. I feel like I could probably maybe do some of that.
So there's a desire to do it, or an interest slightly, not actually getting in and bumping, but maybe.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I would. I would be around.
You heard it here first. If this happens,
I'm saving it because the show that the Jared Leto show
Oh,
that I did. There was an initial pitch beforehand that I won't say because I may do it in the future that did involve Elyse coming out as like a manager type.
okay.
And so that'd be something that I think she's expressed more interest in.
Yeah, the
Like,
managerial side.
It'd have to be something really silly too, because I mean that's me, but also like I love seeing that women wrestling has become its own culture and vital to actually the sport. Because when I was a kid, like there were a handful of female wrestlers, but a lot of it was more, oh, it's a manager. She's really glammed up, like Miss Elizabeth, who I loved, but it was more like she's arm candy,
Right?
She's you know, you're
She's
doing
like
that.
a prize.
Yeah.
She's basically like another championship belt that wrestlers
For sure.
are trying to earn. Yeah.
The arm candy is exactly what it was at the time. But everyone kind of really just respected Miss Elizabeth, so it wasn't really that. Like, I mean, but that's kind of what it was. For me, I think the first person that caught my attention in an in-ring way was Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Like she was the first one
Yeah.
where I looked and I'm like, man, she's actually having really good matches. And there's like, you know, I'll think over a card as I'm growing up, and it's just like, oh, I think my favorite two matches was Shawn Michaels and the Trish Stratus match. You know, so then, you know, obviously the women's revolution and everything. And now, like you said, it's a crucial part of the show. And they're going out there and they're doing the same thing that we are. They're bleeding and they're hitting each other and having really, really physical, great matches. And it's awesome.
And doing incredible like character and mic work
For sure.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one wrestler,
Toni Storm.
Toni Storm.
Toni Storm.
I knew exactly who you were talking about before you said it. Yeah.
She's incredible.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Talk about character.
Sky, I know you're in the room, but I think she's my number one right now. I think she's my number one pro wrestler right now.
It's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
You're mine. Guys.
Thank you. Yes.
I didn't want to. I mean,
Yes.
but that's rude, James.
Yeah, sorry. I apologize.
So male or female, she's your number
Yeah,
one?
I think she's my number one.
Okay.
Either
I
side.
don't hate it. I mean, she can get it done on all levels.
He's
You
not.
know, if it's like a baseball reference, like 5-tool player,
Yeah.
right? She's got the character. She can talk. She can work. Like she's awesome.
Yeah.
Me too. So thank you.
You can. You got it.
I saw a clip earlier today of it was an MJF. I think it's MJF versus Ricky Starks, and someone just maybe recently noticed that he goes to take a spear, right? So Ricky ducks the line, and then he hits the ropes, and then MJF takes the spear, and they just noticed that MJF wearing these loafers, and when he misses the line, he heel steps on both of his loafers in like half a second. So that way, when he takes the spear, his shoes shoot off.
Like what
And
I did
everyone's
earlier.
like, "Holy cow, that's like wrestling IQ that we had never thought of before."
That's skillful.
It's pretty
That's
wild.
Very skillful.
Do you have a move that you like? It's a painful move to do, or a bump to take that like you're like, I hate doing this. You do it, but when you do, you're like, anytime there's a match and you're planning it, you think, my God, I don't want to do this, but you do it.
Yeah, I used to, but I cut it out.
My number one wrestler, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
Right, no.
It's like there was a move, and some people still do it, where basically your opponent is like sitting in the corner almost for a Bronco Buster or something like that. And you run and kind of grab the ropes and lift yourself, like you kick your feet in the air and then drop kick them. But you're really just giving yourself a huge slam. And it just kind of hurts. And so eventually I stopped doing it. It's like Honky Tonk Man. And he used to do the shake, rattle, and roll, like this move where he'd like hold the guy and he'd like shake his hips. And then they both swing and kind of both land on their back. And he's older now. And so he just kind of throws them. And they're like, well, why do you do it that way? And he's like, why would I bump on my move?
yeah. Good
And
point.
it like makes sense.
Good point.
So yeah, that would be the move that I had to cut out because I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself? Oh, I'll give you another.
Okay.
I used to do, I don't even know how this happened, but I used to do like the leg drop on the apron, like the Undertaker does. And I did it for years and I always got a great reaction. It was easy, never had an issue. For whatever reason, when I did it this past summer, it hurt so bad. I thought I broke my tailbone.
Yeah.
I mean, and it hurt for weeks to the point where like I'd go to the gym and I'd try to do like a I try to like bench press with my with dumbbells, and I'd go to lean back.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, I couldn't even do it. I had to wait until they healed. So yeah, that one, that one's gone too. So that was another one that hurts.
Yeah.
That I had to cut out.
Eric would die. If he tried to do this. Like, can we just talk about that for
He's not here to defend himself.
Has he tried professional wrestling? I actually don't know.
I
must
feel
have
like he's a
bumped
little
at some
thicker
point.
and his body's a little more than we think, right?
Well, he's
Oh.
been working out. He's been working out. So I've
He's been
definitely noticed that he has gotten bigger because he's been lifting weights and getting stronger. I don't know. I think like you, I think some people just don't have the desire for it. There's
Well-
tons of people that like love wrestling, want to be involved in the world. They go, maybe I should try it. They take one bump and they go, no,
If
no,
For sure.
never mind.
If Eric died in the ring a la Apollo Creed, would we consider that a murder? Like, he willingly went in.
I mean,
I guess Drago didn't get charged, right?
he did not. He actually got a championship fight out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he should have been.
He should have been.
They go, Your Honor, we have video footage of him saying if he dies, he dies.
Cold.
Play the
Cold.
tape.
Yeah.
And he was on steroids.
Yeah.
So
that's
at the
true.
very least, he should have lost his boxing license.
That's true.
At the
yeah.
very least.
Was it a sanction? Yeah, I guess it was a
Was it an exhibition?
That was an exhibition. His Apollo fight was an exhibition.
And
We
then
ju-
the other
we
fight
didn't-
was in
We're
was in
running out of time,
Russia.
but it's a shame because both of you love Rocky.
Do you?
Whoa, we're
love,
just discovering this.
I love the Rocky franchise, like lifelong.
Elise is gonna have to come back at
Yeah,
some point
yeah.
because there's definitely things that we haven't. You haven't even asked her about what she thinks about me wrestling.
I know.
Nothing's come up. We mostly talked about shoes and Steve Urkel.
We really did not get into much at all. But yeah, there's a lot I want to talk about. We have to get you back
I
on
would
the show.
absolutely come back.
Yeah.
This is like- oh man, and I was just going to bring up Mark McGuire.
You can bring up Mark.
yeah.
Bring him up.
What is he doing now? Do we know?
I don't know. I mean, he's a retired baseball player. Should he
does
be doing
do
things?
anything around the sport anymore?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Is
I
he
could be
allowed?
wrong because
right.
I don't watch
They-
baseball a lot, but I haven't seen anything from him in forever.
Is it because the MLB has been like?
I feel like it's probably maybe a little bit of that, right?
It's so weird though
don't know.
because he can't be. He wasn't the only one.
Well, bring
he
him.
just he
yeah.
just did it the best.
There might be some baseball fans watching like these people that he's on all the
Oh
time.
yeah, let us
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we don't know.
Who was he in? He was in the home run race against. Was it Sammy Sosa? Who was he?
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy
Sammy
Sosa.
Sosa. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Was Sammy Sosa juicing?
Oh
I
yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
They were all juicing.
All of them,
Wow.
yeah.
They were all
Their
juicing.
forearms were this big.
Yeah,
They
they
had
were
Popeye
all-
forearms.
The thing that people don't realize about like performance enhancing drugs is they don't affect everyone the same way. You don't just get to like pin yourself and then become Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Like Arnold was lucky that he responded to those things the way that he did. Not everyone responds that way. And so people like to single out Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. They're just the ones who
Yeah.
when they got the drugs, their body was like, yes, you know, like,
Bane.
yeah.
He should come back and do commentary, but be like if there's a play that happens, he could describe. Well, if you were on steroids, like
Yeah,
this is how
would've looked
this is how it would have played out.
Well, I've talked about this before in the past. I'd love to get both of your opinions. Lisa, you've heard this, but
Yeah, Sky, let's get you on the record. Your opinion about that.
I
Uh-oh.
just think in terms of baseball, you wear a patch.
Well,
Like a
I don't know about the
steroid
wearing
Your
the patch.
jersey has
Oh.
a patch.
If you're doing it.
And it just so when you and here he comes coming up to bat. He's second baseman George Santopoulos, and as you can see from the patch on his arm, he is doing about 55 milligrams of test. You're like, and then he goes. Boom! And it like clears the parking lot, and he goes, "There's another one." You just put a little asterisk on all the stats. They go like, "Okay, yeah, he has the record. He's hit a ball 3 times further than anyone else has ever."
Well, maybe not for actual games, but don't they have like a home run competition that they do?
They do
yearly
the
or
home
something?
run derby, but
Right. So I don't know much about it, but like, why don't they just do that in the off season and they just say
they get
do whatever you,
you got
want.
6 weeks.
You got 6 to 8 weeks. Gas up as much as you want.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just have fun.
Yeah.
You like basketball too, right? You're like basketball.
Obsessed.
I don't watch basketball, but I love getting into like anytime there's like the politics of basketball
Oh yeah.
or anything like that. My biggest connection is I follow the NWSL, and Trinity Rodman plays in the NWSL.
Okay.
Dennis Rodman's daughter.
Yeah.
She plays for the Washington Spirit. She's awesome. But I love, like, we watch basketball documentaries and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, the problem is we never finished that show. What
Which one?
the Lakers show?
Winning Time?
Oh, yeah,
You
Winning
did
Time.
start it.
Which,
Yeah, we started it.
yeah.
But we never finished it.
You know
I
what's
don't know
funny
why.
about you bring that up? And I don't know if you've ever heard this before. When I first sat down, I thought she kind of resembles Jeanie Buss, like a younger
Okay,
Jeanie
yeah,
Buss. Have you ever heard that before?
No, I don't know who that is.
She owned the Lakers until literally 2 months ago. They
Okay.
sold it, but she still runs the team. Winning Time. If you watched it, she was the daughter on the show.
Oh, okay. We watched
I think she had like red hair then or something in the
Pilot?
show. She has blonde hair now, and there is a resemblance. That's why I thought, I was like, oh, you bring up Winning Time.
Wouldn't
Like,
that be funny if this whole time I
If
was
she's
married
related?
to, I was married to Jeanie Buss, and I was like, I never mentioned.
and
it
I'd be like,
before,
bro, and you're not a Lakers fan,
And you got
and you don't get me into the game.
I go, just kidding. I was like, just kidding. I am a Lakers fan. I'm a huge fan. All those times you talked about things, I pretended to not know. I was in the box, brother.
She's married to a comedian, but I don't remember
See?
which
Could
one
be
it
me.
is
the
actually.
Celtics Lakers rivalry, I think, is so fascinating. Chuck Klosterman had like a super amazing essay on
Like
it.
that you called them the Celtics.
Oh, the Celtics.
Oh,
People
did
say,
you? Oh,
people- did I-
Yeah.
It's because I
You pronounced
because-
it the way.
no, and
They
also because
actually-
like I do a lot of stuff in like I have a podcast where I talk about morbid things, and you would talk about a lot of like Celtic
Yeah, you would say
occult
Celtic.
stuff, and so
Yeah.
my brain did the thing, which was it.
You translated.
But yeah, the
it.
Celtics and the Lakers.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
I call them Celtics. We don't
No.
like. We don't
That's
like
kinda
them.
weird.
No,
We don't
no,
like
it's
them in this
Celtics.
family, right?
Well,
Yeah.
There was an old Funhouse video where I facetiously was like, Larry Bird, the nicest guy in basketball. Man, he was the nice guy. And then everybody in the comments were like, Larry Bird was like the biggest trash talker of all time. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
So I
Jokes.
said that.
Yeah.
It's called a joke.
rage baiting.
Yeah.
He was awesome though.
I think that we have to somehow manage to wrap this
Yeah.
up. We've barely talked about me.
Is that what this was supposed
That's
to be?
basically what this.
We
I
barely talked about you.
Oh, I
I
know.
introduced this and I said, "Yo, we'll have Elyse on. You know, she's great. She's funny. She'll be someone that's really." But ultimately,
She's
we'll
gonna
talk
put
a
me
lot
over.
about. Yeah, she'll put me over. And all she did was say, "You sit a lot closer to the camera to make yourself look big." And then you guys started talking about Urkel.
Before we wrap though, did you get all the call outs you wanted to get? And
For now.
For now.
For
But
now.
I do think, can we request if Jaleel gets this message?
for sure.
Yeah,
comes on.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
of course. I'd love to have him on.
Also, two of the ladies of Family Matters have their own podcast now about
Oh.
Family Matters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is it Kelly Shane Williams? Is that her?
I think so. Yeah.
And I forget her name, but the actress that plays Rachel.
Laura
they-
and
They just
Yeah.
started a podcast several months ago.
really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I think. I'm sorry that I'm calling her by her character.
That's what I would like to promote. Is their
is it
podcast?
about?
Their
Is it about
podcast?
Family Matters?
Yeah, they
like
do
a
episode
rewatch?
breakdowns.
I'm in.
But you should, if they, I
Yeah,
feel like there's some
crossover.
cross pollination there, some
You should do
opportunity.
it. I talk about Family Matters, and they
All
are.
the
They come on, they, you know.
Before we let you go, I have to get your opinion on this controversial topic on this show.
Oh yeah.
And that is movie theater popcorn. I don't know if you've seen any of the clips where we talk about it. I'm a guy that likes to, sometimes, occasionally, if it's on the way, it's not out of my way, stop at the movie theater on my way home, not see a movie, buy some popcorn, and just eat it on the way and to eat it at home. And there are others that say, you're crazy, you're an idiot, it costs too much, just do microwave popcorn. Where do you stand on this topic?
Yesterday, I sat in and out for 30 minutes waiting for my food alone. 3 p.m. It wasn't even a proper meal time. It was between meals. I think that is wonderful. I think you should live your life. Forget what this man says.
I'm
because
not against him.
he will try to
It's Eric.
extinguish.
It's more so
Eric.
Eric against
Oh,
him.
I'm
well,
not against him.
So right now, I don't know.
Eric.
Garrick's gonna die in the ring in an accident. So
I don't know about you, but I think if Eric gets if he's found guilty
He's not on trial.
and he has to go to prison for a few years,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
can replace him.
Oh,
very
yeah.
easily.
We're both
Yeah.
very rat-like. But no, I think that yes, hell yes, do that. And my best friend back home, when we were younger, she would, because if you got the giant bucket of popcorn, you got free refills. She'd hang on to that sucker
Smart.
for as long as that until it was tattered. She'd go back into the theater to get refills.
Yeah,
Smart.
we haven't used this graphic design on popcorn buckets for 40 years. How do you get this thing?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I love it. All right.
Yeah, well, there you go. Definitive.
Because I also, when I get, sorry, we got to end this.
No,
We're
go
okay,
ahead.
please.
When I get theater popcorn, I know it's fake, but I douse it in that butter.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
There's just nothing like, you can't get close to it with microwave popcorn. Although AMC movie theater extra butter, I had some last night. It gets pretty close.
Close, but it's
It's
not
the closest I can get, but it's
not
not the same. Even just that staleness that you get from movie theater popcorn, that it's just delicious.
Yeah. That's been
Can you
sitting
scoop
for
from the
hours.
bottom? That's what you say. Can you scoop it from the bottom? Elyse, thank you so much for joining us on this show. Like we
Thanks.
say to all of our guests, and we mean it with all of them, we'd love to have you back. There's never enough time to talk about me, and you're the only one that we'd have on this show that would put me over. We missed that opportunity. But no, we'd love to have you back on. Thank you so much for coming on and being on the show.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me. This was so fun. I love that you guys do this. I think it's really it's healthy masculinity.
I love
sweet.
that.
That's
I like
good.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Good. Unintentional.
I love that.
It worked out. Yeah. I
Hell
love
yeah.
that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Where can our viewers reach you, see you, find you?
Oh, follow me at Elyse Willems. You can listen to the Answer for It podcast, 30 Morbid Minutes. Find me on PBS. I feel like there's all these little places I'm everywhere. Maybe back on the Creating Character podcast.
Yep.
Yeah,
Subscribe to this podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you,
She's
yeah.
taking Eric's spot going forward.
Eric will go, like and subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah.
Hit us with a
You
like.
have glasses on. And
Hype
you're doing
it
that
on
weird-
YouTube.
It doesn't help Eric that he's always in this tiny box. Like
Yeah.
we get the full camera treatment, and he's like he lives in this tiny box.
Why is he a cartoon
The, like,
character?
That's what it is, right? Like even though the camera's still, doesn't it feel like he's in this like little thing?
Well, you know the picture of him with his hands tented where he's like scheming? That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's a little schemer.
So good.
As always, thank you so much for watching and listening to this podcast. As we approach the end of the year, I think the best gift you can get for a friend is to tell them about this podcast.
Yes.
Tell
please.
them about the podcast. Share it.
You're laughing while saying it. It's that
I would be so
comical.
pissed off if someone was like, "Here's what I got you this year." It's a link to a podcast. I'd be like, who are you? But no, share it with a friend. Follow us on social media, YouTube and on Instagram, Creating Character Pod. And make sure to stay tuned because we want to start gathering your questions. We're coming up on the end of the year. We want to do an end of year episode where we're always asking each other questions and Eric's coming up with things to talk about, but we want you guys to give us some things to talk about. So get in the comments of this episode and all the episodes leading up to it with thoughts and ideas for things you want us to discuss in our end of year beginning of next year episode. And if you want to drop us a review, that'd be awesome as well. If you want to find more of me, you can just search James Willems. I'm basically the only one that comes up. There'll probably be pictures of Elyse.
Love that. Yes, definitely get in the comment section if there's any questions. I know he touched on this, but I want to actually double down. If you have any questions, we'll let you be the interviewer. Reach out to us in the comment section. Let us know exactly what you want to know, and we'll get it answered. And if you want to find me at Scorpio Sky on social media, you will find me.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.